Ever find yourself asking, is aging going to look like this? Meaning, you know how we always picture ourselves as in our 30s, 40s, and we kind of stay there. Well, the gentleman that I have the privilege to introduce today is active, industrious. He has a mobile home a mobile RV home, I should say, very nice home that he lives in different parts of the country in. And he and I have been friends for a number of years. And what's happened recently in his life has been just exceptional. It's pretty amazing what the gift that has come into his life, and he in turn is blessing us. So if you're here to hear a individual, very authentic, real, down to earth individual who is having some challenges health wise and energy wise, some discomfort, even some pain. Um, and recovery, stamina, strength, right? All those issues were happening at this chapter, this page in his life, and there's something that came into the picture that seems so simple, yet it's been quite powerful to give him some answers and some gifts. So if you're open to that, you're in the right place, and it's tied to. If you notice the stories that I've been posting, you'll see some additional impact there. And this story is also being shared on Bob's profile too. So whether you're on this call live or whether you're on the recording, if you're open-minded, big-hearted, looking for ways to have even more adventures in life, then you're in the right place. So we're talking with my friend Bob Ashburn. Bob is over in the Southern California area, just not too far from the coast there. And again, he and I go back a number of years. So let's get right to the point, shall we, Bob?
Sure.
Okay, so a few weeks ago when you and I reconnected, could you explain to our listeners kind of some things you were dealing with on a daily basis that maybe you aren't a big fan of? What was happening in your life on that health perspective?
Well, I was in a pretty bad place. I was exhausted. I was taking a nap in the morning, just eating breakfast. About an hour later, taking an hour and a half nap. I would get up and struggle through the rest of the noon. In the afternoon, I was then having to lay down about 2 o'clock and take another hour and a half nap. I was just exhausted. Didn't feel like doing anything. Anything I did do, I had to force myself. And thank God that Robert shared and Pam shared this with me.
Hey, Bob, hang a minute. So
Yeah.
you just described some things that a lot of people deal with. And before we get into what happened, um, how was some of those things? And you mentioned the fact that you've had some arthritic issues
Mm.
over the years. Could you explain how some of these health realities were affecting your daily life? What were a couple of practical ways that it was interfering with how you would love to have lived your day?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was jumping to the conclusion there. Yeah, I've had some arthritis in my thumbs here, and just very painful. I'd be just sitting there, not even moving, and I could have a sharp pain just go up my arm. Horribly painful. I actually had to stop working on wind turbines because of that. Working around 480 volts. I was afraid I was going to drop wrenches or whatever. I'm climbing 300 feet on a straight up in a turbine. So yeah, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And the other thing that I had going on was knee pain, the left front side of the knee, horrible pain, and my lower back. I think a whole lot of people have that problem, their lower back.
Yeah, was it
And
some old injuries in your back or knees?
it's about 40 years of construction.
Okay. Yeah, I know you've always been obviously very fit, and part of that was because you live a very active lifestyle through the years.
Hmm.
And so when these things came along, I'm assuming it was kind of incremental, but it kept accumulating in your body.
It just kept getting worse and worse and worse to the point where I was getting pretty depressed, to be honest.
Yeah, and you're not a man that stays down very long. So
Well, I try not to.
yeah,
But
and once you had a commitment, you were exercising the best you could within around these health challenges.
that was extremely hard because it's been about 2 years that this has been progressing, at least that, for my energy. And so in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go down and do some exercise at the gym. well, that's as far as it went with my mind. I didn't have the energy to go ahead and go to the gym and take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing it regardless of how you felt the pain. You were kind of pushing through,
Yeah.
and which is very similar. My honey just stepped in.
Hey,
Many of
Joy.
you, if this is shared to Bob's profile page, many of you don't know my better half, and this is my honeybee Joy. You mind joining us for a second? What Bob is describing is something knee pain, hand pain, but then he was pushing through it, taking naps multiple times a day. He was a little blue, which doesn't fit Bob's personality.
Nope.
Can you relate to any of that?
Especially that knowing that you need to go to the gym and you want to go to the gym, but you can't get out the door.
Because
Yeah.
and to go along with Bob's story, Bob,
Mhm.
as you know, for those listening, honeybee here, Joy had a back surgery
Yeah.
40 years ago, crazy enough.
Yeah, a long time ago. And, I've lived in a lot of pain. And it's just what you do when your back's like that. I've done the acupuncture, the chiropractor, and I mean, I I also would do things that would aggravate it. Like pickleball, where I'm determined that I'm going to beat Robert.
Which I'm sure
That
Bob
kind of
did none of
thing.
that. But again, you heard where Bob was pushing through. Because I
Yeah.
also asked, you and I are getting to know each other more as we work
Mhm.
together on this, and I asked, just like Joy and I, you love to hike, you love to get outside,
Yeah.
and it was affecting, I'm assuming, all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got a big hike coming up in 3.5 weeks or so on the coast we're going to do together. So yeah, Joy, you can relate to Bob, and so
Definitely.
for both of you and for those listening, so what happened? What was the process? Was it a friend? Did you see a billboard along the interstate?
Yeah.
What was it?
No. It was a personal friend that told me about this.
It
Somebody,
was
Robert and I,
somebody
we both have in common.
somebody you trusted, though.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
somebody I trusted. Sent me the information, and me being me, I researched it from top to bottom and sideways and all about.
Yeah.
Just
And were you a little skeptical when you first? And I know Joy was like, "How can something when if you're watching this for the first
So
time,
little.
it's something tiny that actually it's in the form of a patch." You know,
Mhm.
what was y'all's initial mindset? I mean, I know kind of what yours was. You were in something this small.
Well, I was really a little bit intrigued, because I thought, well, I've tried other things and I'm still in this same boat. And so why not, like, why not take a look at this? And I saw our friends having results, and that was a big reason
Yeah,
why I moved forward to say we needed to look at this.
which is one reason we do these lives. If you're watching this, why did I bring my honey on? And
Yeah.
then, here's Bob to show you that there's a variety of individuals who, and it's okay to be skeptical, a little bit reserved, but we weren't, because we, just like you, Bob, the people that introduced this to us, we trusted unconditionally. And then, but we did, like you, I spent about 2 weeks diving deep, doing research, making the calls. And so you heard Joy's reaction. What was your initial reaction, Bob, when you saw how simple it was? We
we
can hear
we were breaking up a little bit there. I think we're back on now. So yeah, as we was talking about, I dived into it with both feet and did all the research. I was still skeptical. I was thinking, yeah, right, this is just too good to be true. Really, it's just too good to be true. And but then I saw Joy's testimony. I've seen some testimonials from Robert, and I trust them both very well. Like I said, I've known them for a long time. So I jumped into it. Okay, yep, I'll give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
you begin to keep things simple for those watching. We have multiple protocols, but we drop all that and we said one thing. What's the one thing that you both did? You enjoy both. I did it too. What's that one? We won't even name names right now, but it was one little patch, wasn't it?
Yes,
And
yes,
when you put that one on, did you put it on the back of your neck or on the area? What was
I did. It was right on the back of my neck here. Hmm. Yeah,
and
and
what did you feel?
one of the first things I felt. To be honest, I don't remember exactly how long it was, the day, but energy. I felt more energized. Eh, and yeah, that was the first thing I felt.
Yeah, just you felt that surge of energy in your case, and
Yes.
everybody's. If you're watching this, everybody is different how they
Very
respond.
different.
Yeah.
When you first put yours on, was it? It wasn't energy, was it? It was.
No, mine was not energy. I did mine on the back of the neck, like they told me to, and it wasn't even 10 minutes until I just like I could just feel everything going down and calming and inflammation. But like literally, I mean, I had a chill all over. Like I knew something was happening. Um, I've been very fortunate that some people don't have the results right away. They're happening internally,
Takes time.
but not necessarily on the external in terms of getting you where you want to be, and it takes time. So there are those that just like that it works, and there are those that have to be patient just for a little bit because if you just keep doing it, it works.
Yeah. So for both of you, so you felt that energy, and then you pretty much stuck with the one primary patch for how long?
It was about a week that I stuck with that one.
Okay.
And just doing that one patch, I didn't take any more naps. I just felt more energized. Was up all day long. Didn't know what to do with myself with all this energy. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's and that's priceless right there because it was working with your body. It wasn't putting a stimulant or whatever. It was helping the body produce the energy. That's the difference here. And
Exactly.
and then over time, it's been about what 4 or 5 weeks now, Bob?
It's been 3.5 weeks is all.
Okay, and
Um,
what else has it impacted? Has it impacted your hand and knee, back?
yeah, but I want to share this other little piece though. Is I about a week and a half down the road, I introduced another patch, and I put that one below my belly button, and it was about a half an hour, and I felt a rush through my body, and it just escalated from there. I was just beside myself at that point,
Yeah,
just feeling good. So yeah, the other things that was going on was my lower back was very painful. So I had the two other patches that we use for the pain. I put that on my lower back, and just within just a few minutes, the pain went away.
yeah.
It was amazing.
And
Um,
was it just that and came back, or were you able to sustain that?
After that day, it was gone for a couple of days, and then the pain started coming back. And then I went ahead and I took my patch that I had back here, and I put it right on my pain spot. And it works, like you said, it works different for everybody. So you just got to play with it. I put my patch on there, wore it there for 3 days, still had my energy going on, and the pain in my back was alleviated. And then after I put my patch down on my knee because I had my knee problem, then my back stayed where it was. It's still feeling good right now. And about 3 days later, my knee stopped hurting, and it's just 2.5 weeks ago. It still is feeling good. So I'm good from head to toe right now.
Yeah,
It's a new lease on life.
it is.
Yes, absolutely a new lease.
A new thing that I've come to realize since I had COVID, um, I was blessed with a ringing in my ears 24 hours a day
Tinnitus.
and tinnitus. And, I've gone to the audiologist, I do the hearing test, I do all of that. And some days it's like a roaring lion, and some days it's a very gentle ring. But lately, for some reason, it's been a little bit worse. So I thought, why not try this? So with the X39 that I took off of my neck last night when I went to bed, I just put it over my ear. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not. So this
Kind of
morning,
behind your ear.
no, actually, Robert, I put it right, like literally
Okay.
on my ear.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right or wrong.
It's fine.
But that's where I put it. So this morning when I woke up, I realized that my ears were not screaming. So I thought, once I got to work, I thought, well, I'm just going to try this for the day. So I took my X39 that I'd put on my neck and I moved that. And I have it right here behind my ear. And I can live with this. This is very doable. This is not like a huge rushing thing, but I'm going to keep this protocol up and update you guys on kind of how that's going. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing we skipped over for the first time in now years, as Bob mentioned, Joy had a similar experience once with the X39 and then the combination of our pain protocol patch. It was like immediate. And so again, everybody's unique and different. We do not treat, prescribe to, or diagnose any disease process here for those watching this. So this is just it prompts the body and does help the body become the miracle it was designed to be. So anyway, so it's been a blessing all along, and then you also, because you have a big heart, you saw, that around you were people that were also dealing with health challenges, and so you stepped into that. And being more of an introvert, it's fine, and just in your own perfectly imperfect way. What have you experienced as you introduce, when you even mention waking up stem cells? How are people responding to you, and are they coming on board?
Absolutely. As soon as they hear stem cells and they hear what it's done for me, because most of them are people that are friends of mine, so they do trust me. I hope, yeah. And as soon as they hear about that, yes, they're on board with me. Of course, they do their research as well, and then a bunch of people have already jumped on board with this, and it just warms my heart to be able to help people and take their pain away.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen. And and a lot of people are not just praying for answers for their wellness and health, but also they're praying for answers to pay a few extra bills. So and Joy and I, very similar. Once we were introduced to this, and we both felt these amazing shifts in our health, like you, we saw a way to create an income with impact. Meaning, at the end of every dollar we make here, there's a life that we're blessing. And so, Bob, it's such an honor to be partnered up with you in this journey. And for those watching this, our invite to you is put "wake up," 2 words, "wake up" in the comments, whether it's Bob or me or anybody else that shared this video, and then we'll get back with you. We have a little information. It's called an info page, and we'll share that with you. We'll set up a little chat to go over your questions, and whether it's for you or not, A-okay with us. We just have a desire to really share and pay it forward. Any other last things you want to share, Shay? Or share with someone watching this video? I think we lost.
I think he froze there for a moment.
But he's smiling, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is not part of the pain patch.
Okay, you're back now, Bob. Go ahead.
Whoops.
No, we lost him.
Yeah.
So
Bob's having some internet issues and challenges,
We can hear you, though. Go ahead, Bob, with the last comment.
I think we're locked up again. I don't hear you again.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and end this up. So just put "wake up" at the for us or Bob or anybody who shared this. And all we do is we share information with you, and it's for you. Great. If not, A-okay. You might know somebody in your life that you want to bless. Thanks for being here. Love and light, Bob.
Bye.
God bless.